Hey there, it's Mrs. D, and this video is for my ESL teacher followers. So, are you still thinking about whether or not to go independent or try some of those platforms that don't offer curriculum for you? Here's another tip of something that I have picked up recently. Now, as a lot of you know, if you subscribe to my channel, if you follow me at all, you know that I also teach on OutSchool. And OutSchool has wonderful teacher community where we share resources and ideas on how to make better lessons and get more interactive. And one of the ways is to use a platform called Nearpod. So if you go to nearpod.com, you'll be able to take a look at this. And I am absolutely in love with Nearpod, and I am using it not only in my OutSchool classes, but also for my ESL classes. Why? Because it's interactive. So you give the student a link. The student can then go into that class, into that lesson, and they are controlling things. Not necessarily controlling, because if you do the live view, the teacher controls it. So you control where they go in the lesson, but they join the lesson and they are also able to write. They are able to take part of polls. They can do quizzes. There's virtual reality where they can hold the mouse and make the screen move around so that they can see the things that they want to see. There's a collaborative learning system on there. So if you do groups of ESL students, you can have the group collaborating, videos that they look at and listen to, and then can apply. Now, my ESL students, I have been using it for the more proficient ESL students because the lessons on Nearpod are mostly geared toward N1 speakers, native speakers, L1 speakers. So it is probably more useful for those higher levels, but we'll talk about how to use it for the lower levels in just a second. And right now, I have an 8-year-old who chose to look at Lunar New Year in China and the US. We have some of my students doing parts of speech where they're learning nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, and just learning parts of speech. We have observing the sun and moon that a 5-year-old chose to start working on today, and an 11-year-old chose the Amazon monkey calls. And each lesson includes all of these interactions that I talked about, so it's a holistic English experience where they are listening, speaking, reading, and writing in class. So this is very good. Now, if you want to use it for younger ESL students, you can. You just have to kind of, make sure that you preview the lesson before you use it in a live class, and make sure you're prepared to skip over the parts that are too hefty for ESL learners. But you can teach phonics. So you can teach letter sounds, you can teach blends, digraphs, all of it is on there. They can practice writing words. They can retell a story in sequence. Now, I wrote a couple of things down while I was gazing through some of these to prepare for this video, and just off the top of my head, we can look at jobs, animals, plants, sun and moon, the seasons, water cycle, the five senses, dinosaurs, vowels, syllables, virtual reality, art, music, social skills, even Spanish. And you can do a full lesson, or you can just do a video, or you can do an activity. So, like rhyming words. I did rhyming words with one of my students the other day. And on top of that, I have also discovered that there are some materials on there for English learners, and again, geared towards students who are in the United States or in an English speaking area. So the English learner ones, there's only a couple of them. And then after that, they want you to have your paid subscription or go through your organization, like your school or something like that. So I haven't dived into that a lot, but just another way for you guys to kind of, open and expand your horizons and look at some of this stuff. Nearpod.com has great stuff. So go out there and find those students and get on those platforms where you don't have the curriculum planned for you, because there's plenty of stuff out there that you can do it for. If you need any advice or any help, feel free to message me. I'm Mrs. D on Facebook, or email me at englishteacherd@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you next time.